can hear the sound machine. Bear is still asleep. So I have to tell you something funny before we get started. I was already just kind of trimming the rug that I tufted yesterday. I actually have two stories before we get started. So it's literally, I woke up at like 4:30 and I want to finish these rugs today so then I can glue the backs and let them dry all day. So then tomorrow morning or whenever I get to them, I can cut them out and we can get to shaving and putting the backs on them. But my second story, I guess, no, this is still my first story. First story, so it's super early, right? I had two newsletters to send out. This is the first time I sent two newsletters out. And I sent one for confidential goods. This is the first newsletter. That one looked really good. Talked about, if you want to see the behind the scenes, you guys can, hi, Happy New Year. You guys can follow our YouTube because I've been trying to post more of my tufting journey on here. So we're going to get to tufting in a sec. And what else? My subscriptions and stuff like that. So that was in that newsletter. And then the studio, Ashlee's Crazy Yoga's newsletter, I forgot to change the date. So it said January 2022. He's asleep right now. And I forgot to change the date to 2023. But when you see the email in the sidebar, or, you know, before you click on it, it'll say 2023. But I didn't change it in the actual newsletter, so I forgot. And the background still has gingerbreads. So that was the newsletter. If you guys are checking the newsletter, I forgot to proof that. I was just tired. I'm like, okay, I usually do my newsletters like a week or so in advance. So then when it's super early, I can, the day of or every first of the month, I send a newsletter out. I could just hit send. I just proof it really quick and hit send. But I forgot to change it to date. And it was already sent to like 500 people. So who knows if people will open it. Sometimes I know, oh, thank you. I forgot. And so sometimes I get people that'll like send me, hey, you misspelled this or you misspelled that. I'm like, I'm human, okay? I'm just happy I was able to get the newsletter out every first of the month. I've been able to do the newsletter every first of the month since 2017 that I've been sending newsletters from the studio. So, and we just sent one for confidential goods. So I'm gonna put you guys, before I do it, this little thing, it's like a motion sensing thing. And I also use it for my camera, but so then it'll be able to detect where I am. So let's turn that on. And now it's gonna follow me in the room. So I've been documenting my tufting journey. Hey, I'm over here. Okay, good. Now it's working. And I'm gonna show you my tufting gun. This is the coolest thing in the world. I made a couple of videos about it, but it's so freaking cool, and it's so quick to do rugs. So I'm gonna thread it really quick. Actually, first let me show you guys what I've been working on. Rather than flipping the camera, I'm gonna do it like this. These are my coasters. They're flowers, and the backgrounds are going to be a different color. And then this is a project I've been working on for Carrie. If you guys watch Berserk, or I'm not watch Berserk, but if you read about Berserk, this is an anime he's been reading about. And I got these lines really clean. It was really hard to do this image, and I don't have the best frame. So I've been trying to save up. If you guys want to help with a donation to get a better frame, this will make the process a lot easier. I got this frame off of, I got it from Joann's when I did like my big splurge. I was saved up the whole year to do tufting. I think I made a video explaining all of the supplies I brought, but I've been trying to like itemize everything and see how expensive it would be. So just to get started with tufting was like around $400, because the gun is like $2 something. You need clippers, you need yarn, you need the backing. This is the cheapest frame. I know it wants to look at me here. The motion sensing thing. So this is like a PVC. I just realized this bar came out ghetto, great. But I've been looking at frames on Amazon. They're around 60, but I don't have the money right now for it. But this is how the back looks, or this is the front. So you tuft from the back, and then this is the front. It shoots the yarn through. So maybe I should do it from this view so you guys can kind of see. And I try to use up my monk's cloth. My monk's cloth is the cloth that's being held in this frame. You can get different materials for it, but I found this monk's cloth at Joann's. So this is, Carrie says they look like eggs when I first do them before I shape the flowers and add the background to them. So I added the background to one of those. And this is his anime piece I've been working on. Ooh, I just heard a snap. You see how ghetto this is? I don't know if you heard that snap. I had to fix this frame because the gun is moving so fast. And you'll see in a sec. But you can see his face and his sword. I was able to get all of that. So I want to finish these before Bear wakes up. We'll see how far we get because right now I'm just drawing squares. That's going to be the easy part. I'm going to do, these are all my yarns over here. I'm going to do pink yarn, orange, and I need to get a green, and I'm going to use blue again. So let's just start with pink yarn. If you guys are wondering, I get my yarn from Joann's and Michael's. We had to go on a trip, me and Bear. I called 3 stores. The thing about yarn, it's annoying. Big Twist, I believe, is Joann's, and then Craft Smart is from Michael's. And I ran out of white yarn, so I went. I'll show. Come over here. I brought like 4 white yarns yesterday. They were having a sale, and it was, Michael's does not have good sales like Joann's, and that, I may be biased, but I absolutely prefer Joann's. I went in there because this is the thing. I went to Joann's first and I got black yarn, and I paid like $2.50 for a big roll. This, obviously I've been using it, but for a big black roll I paid like $2.50, and you can use your smile points, and it was already like a really good deal. They're having their Yarnorama or something at Joann's. And you know, Michael's is obviously their competitor. So I go over to Michael's because I didn't realize the white yarn was from Michael's. I would have, all of the white yarn was sold out at Joann's. But the brand I needed was at, I hope I'm not confusing you guys. The brand was at Michael's. I called like 3 Michael's and they were sold out. They're both having a yarn sale, Joann's and Michael's. So I had to go like a 20-minute drive, me and Bear yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stock up on the yarn. So like, remind you, I went to the store, I was just gonna get black and white yarn. Got the black yarn from my Joann's for like $2.50. And then when I went to Michael's, it was a buy one, get one half off or something like that. I got 4 big white yarn skeins for like $12. So that's, I don't think that's a good deal, because like, you see how the math would be? I'm not good at math, but it'd be 2, 4, 6, 8. If I got 4 rolls and they were trying to actually compete with Joann's and have a good deal, I should have spent around $8, $10 on yarn. I spent, I guess, $12 with tax, but I hope that makes sense. I went there and they don't have the same smile points where you can just show your phone, and there's usually like with Joann's, the Joann app, you can walk in and they'll it like recognizes your location, and then it'll start sending you deals for that location. The Michael's app doesn't do all of that. You see why I'm kind of biased? So that's why I was a little like, $12. I went to this one and I got one for $2.50. So that's why I was like, about. But this is a rose gold yarn I got from Joann's like a few weeks ago. But it's so easy once you get into tufting. I really need to get like a really good frame. Like, this is what I mean, guys. It has been a rough, this stand does not work well. It works good if you're not moving it, but this is how ghetto this is. I taped it so it doesn't move. The clamps don't even hold onto the table. That's how ghetto it is. So I've been really trying to just save up, because I'm trying to go hard for these markets, all right? Let me put y'all back in here. Yeah, this is a good holder if you're not tilting the phone upside down, but see, we're gonna thread this. This is your little threader. Don't mind my dead plant. We live in Wisconsin, and she's not doing all right, okay? this is how you thread it. You the yarn is going to go through this part, and then you're going to slide the part through here, this thing. There's a hole, and then you'll pull it through. So all right, pulled it through. This is what it looks like when you pull it through. Now, most tufting people are gonna say you should use 2 strands, but I'm not working on a huge carpet, right? Or a rug. Trying to get around the cord. Let me turn the sensor thing off so you guys can see how it tufts through on the other side. So I'm gonna move you right here, and we'll do this top rug. Sounds like a loud sewing machine. Ran out of yarn. Hopefully you saw that and got the gist of it. I ran out, the yarn slid out of my machine. But with a tufting gun, you can only go up, and you have to turn the entire gun if you want to do a curve or go sideways. And also, I turned off the motion detection thing on here. You need to get like a yarn winder. And I was just telling you guys about Joann's and Michael's. I checked both of their websites and I called both of their stores. These stores that are having a yarn sale should also have yarn products. You know what I mean? Joann's only has a yarn bowl, and that's like, I'm using a machine. I'm not like crocheting with my fingers where it won't be such a pull. The machine, this is the slowest speed. So I need like a yarn winder. It rewinds them so it's easier when it unravels, so it doesn't come out of the gun when you're using it. Neither of the stores sell yarn winders, so I have to go on Amazon and wait. I haven't checked Hobby Lobby, and today is Sunday, so they're closed. Hobby Lobby is closed on Sundays, just like Chick-fil-A. That's weird. Food for thought, or I guess a fun fact. So let's rethread this and give it more string. So I got a lot more string on the floor. In the stands you can get though, which I've been looking at, there's like dowel holders. So once you wind the yarn and make it in, this is such a gross term that I've seen used. I'm in like a tufting group, but they call it yarn cakes. So once you wind it and it's easier to unravel in a yarn cake, there's like a post you can put next to your tufting frame, and you can it'll just hold it while you're using it. So yeah, let's rethread this. Okie dokie. So we are rethreaded. And I've got a lot of slack, I guess. The main point today is just to make it two so I can glue the backing and let them dry overnight. So we're gonna come back to this frame. All right. All right. Let's go across. All right, we're gonna go up. Okie doke. I need to fill that in. Need to go up one more time. that looks from this side. Okay, see, I'm trying to follow the lines. This is a cut pile. There's two different kinds of styles you can do with the tufting gun, which is really cool. I like the cut pile effect. So every time you stitch through your monk's cloth, it cuts it for you. That's why I've got like all of these random strands. There's a loop pile, which is more tightly knit. If you got a rug in the house and it's making loops, so it's going in and then it's coming back, so it's cleaner. And I don't think you're supposed to shave down a loop pile, but the cut pile, so it doesn't look as fuzzy and you can get the shaping better, you should shave it down. So that's why I've got like little hanging flakes. And I'm also I didn't cut here, I'll show you. I need to cut around here. Oh, I didn't open my windows. That's also another spot I usually prop y'all, but it's dark, so I'm not gonna open my windows at night, in the morning, because it's just weird. It's always dark. But I've been trying to do this thing where I wake up at 4:30, and today I actually didn't feel tired. I had a cold, because when you have a kid, it's like you're gonna be sick all the time. Like, we were just sick last month, and now I'm like getting over a cold. And I had the energy today to wake up at like 4:30. I kind of laid in bed. Then I went over to my computer to send the newsletters this morning. But my throat is still kind of like, whatever. It's getting better. But I was like, I've been trying to start this new routine because most days I see clients at 6 in the morning, so I'm setting my alarm. If I'm really tired, like 5:40, so it gives me like 20 minutes before I get to talk to people. I'm like, that's not enough me time, you know? So I was trying to set it back to 5. I'm like, 5 still ain't enough time to do a routine and then to try to like do something for myself, whether it's meditation or something like that. So it's something that's not timed, you know, that you can just kind of throw into your morning and not try to be on a schedule, if that makes sense. So, you know, like, you wake up, you brush your teeth, drink your coffee, right? But like, what is something random I can do in my morning to make me get excited? So I'm gonna give myself an hour and a half before I gotta do stuff. Like, today is Sunday. Even on my off days, I wanna train my body to wake up at 4:30. So, during the week when I'm like, my body is already used to it, you know what I mean? So if you guys are wondering, I share this like in most of my videos, but this is caramel cold brew by Pop and Bottle, and it has lion's mane and reishi in it. And I like these you can store in the fridge, and they're only like $2.50 a bottle or a can. And I'm not like a Starbucks person where I need to go, but like, if you need to have your coffee, you can get these at Walmart or Woodman's. Like, I've seen these at. And it's only 80 milligrams of caffeine. I know it's kind of blurry, and it's good for you. It lists the stuff that's good for. So you are curious. Now I'm just trying to cut these loose strings, and I don't want to open my window because there's like a ledge I could set you guys on, and it'd be a lot easier. That was a ghost because I did not move it, and my head did not move. That was scary. That's the thing about like motion detection things. I've been watching way too many scary movies, or I've seen too many. But I'm saving my strands because, you know, we cheap. Not cheap, but like, I like to make use of all of my materials when I buy them. I don't like, that's why with this monk's cloth, I almost went to the edge in my designs because I don't want to throw a large portion of it away. I forget how many yards you get, but once I cut when I get monk's cloth, I like to just size it so it's ready to go because I hate dealing with large tarps and whatever. So when I get my monk's cloth from the craft store, I immediately try to cut it to size of my frame, so then it's just pop in place, boop, 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 and then you're ready to go. And then my designs, they don't recommend it, but we cheap out here. We're just resourceful. That's a better term. And I want to make sure I'm using all of my scraps. I do this with my embroidery floss too. Embroidery floss is way cheaper than actual yarn. And I'll use that if I can't tie something on the back when I'm stitching something. And yeah, um, I'll save my scraps from my embroidery floss, and if I stitched it too close and I can't make a knot on the back to hold the stitch in place, I'll go through my scraps and then I'll put the strings together so I can make a nice knot and, you know, save my art that I just made. So I'm just trying to cut these pieces so it's a little bit easier for me to go through it and see my box, and so the yarn doesn't overlap when the colors start to mix. That's something, this has all been like a learning experience, and I want to be more open with the start to finish process. So this, if you guys are interested and want to support my art, I have a subscription where you can subscribe. There are 2 different subscriptions. The first subscription is a lot of stationery stuff, so you can subscribe and get like buttons that I make, prints, stickers. I think it was either a button or a pin that I make. And then the second tier, you can get like a handmade custom goodie, so like a rug, like these coasters, or maybe like the socks that I embroider, or like a t-shirt or something. That's in the second tier. So that's at confidentialgoods.com if you'd like to get monthly goodies. And I just sent some goodies off. Now today is Sunday. Sent them off last week, Thursday. And I sent a couple of my coaster sets out. So I'm trying to make these coaster sets so I can be ready for a market coming up. There's a marketplace, and I didn't know this. It's literally right by the craft shop I go to, a couple doors down. And they do weekly markets. And so I was thinking of doing that weekly so people could see my art. But there's like another market I'm thinking of signing up in February, and I just want to be ready for that. So, you know, it's early February. I haven't signed up for it, but I get so anxious. I'm like, do I have enough stuff? So that's why I'm always like constantly trying to create stuff, so I have stuff for people to see. And it's like a love-hate relationship. If you guys are in Facebook groups, especially like just mom groups or crafting groups. When I was pregnant, I was in a mom group, and I just had to leave it because these people have strange opinions. And to each their own. They can have their own opinions, but stuff people be posting is just weird. But like these crafting groups, some of them I find are helpful. And I found a vendor booth display group, and I'm like, that is what I need. So I can see how to display my products so they look a lot nicer and it doesn't look cluttered. So like last year was my first official year of doing a bunch of craft booths. Like that was the first year I ever did a craft booth. And I did 5. I set a goal to do 5 booths. I usually just do wellness booths so people can learn more about the studio. I'll go to like a wellness fair. Like my last one was in November, last fair I did of the year, and it was a wellness one, so I focus more on showcasing the studio. But it's a tough competition when you do these markets, but it's really cool. You get to see everybody else's stuff. It's an array of experience. So like people who have been doing this a while, people who are just getting started like me. Getting back into my art has been really healing this past year. So that's why I really want to continue with it. But my favorite memory of my favorite market I went to last year was me and Bear, we went to Burlington, and it was the craft market I did. It was an artisan market, and it was just me and Bear. So I had my cart packed with my table, all of that stuff. And Big Mama, I set it all up myself. So I was very proud of myself for setting that up. And just spending the day with my son was really cool. He was loud, obviously, because he's still like a toddler. But it was just a cool mommy and me thing. It's like an hour drive, and he fell asleep, so it was a good day. He fell asleep in the car on the way back. That was the first time I seen him like sleep in the car since he was like a little baby. All I saw, this is funny, all I saw was I'm driving, I'm like talking to him, and then I just see his head like lean to the side. I'm like, Bear? And he didn't respond. I'm like, oh, he must be asleep. I am manifesting. I did a vision board video. I think that was the last video I made of last year. But I am manifesting a new car because y'all already know what happened to my car last year. That was starting off the year just awful. So my car, it's a 2019, but I don't feel safe driving it because half of the features don't work. Kia did not fix it well. My lane detection doesn't work. I don't think my brights work. I had to go through insurance and everything. So I'm just manifesting a nice car so I can feel safe driving with my son. So that's why I'm really trying to push my art this year. Because I just gave up on my art right after high school. I kind of went into survival mode. I had to move out. Y'all heard this story before. But I've been living on my own since I was 19, 20, something like that. But we here now. I just been making it work. I have no blueprint. No blueprint. Obviously I planned stuff, but like, we here now. Something's been working, you know? So I'm really trying to manifest like an SUV, a nice spacious car, so then I can use it for craft events, because sometimes I can't bring my entire display, and that sucks, because whatever I made up until the craft event, it just depends. But I have like this pegboard I can never bring because it doesn't fit in the car. All right, this is everything cut. I got dazed for a sec. All right, let's go back to the tufting. Let's finish a square. This should go quick. Now we're just filling it in. All right, let's unravel. Oh, yeah, hopefully y'all saw that. Let me turn the center thingy off again so it focuses on that square. But see, I need a yarn winder so I don't have to keep unraveling like a couple inches each time. Okie dokie. It's stuck on my foot. Here we go. Let's go back to this square. See, you want to outline it first, and now I'm going in the bottom. I'm just going to keep going up, 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 up. So all that string I just unraveled, and I gotta do it again. But we're getting this square filled in. I appreciate y'all for watching. This is weird. I swore I turned off the motion on. Forgot. That was my 5:40 alarm I was telling y'all about. Okay. So we need to rethread because the yarn just couldn't pull from the skein anymore. I'm listening for Bear. Make sure he's not awake yet. At least until 6. That gives me like 20 minutes. This took like an hour to do. Turn this sensor off. I'm gonna rethread really quick and then we'll keep working here. Filling it in. I'm gonna just cut across here. All right. Back down. Goes the yarn. Anyway, what y'all having for breakfast? I'm over here unraveling again. So this is the end. This is how much I unravel each time. I do about 5 of these. I'm thinking for breakfast. I don't have any bread. I have like middle slice and I have 2 end slices. I was gonna make French toast yesterday, but I'm thinking we gonna have cereal. I wanted to do a sandwich. Carrie brought all of these buns, an 8-pack, 2 8-packs, and Bear can only eat like half a bun, not even. Like when I give him like a sandwich. Dude, I have like a really good recipe. You add heavy whipping cream to your egg batter, and vanilla extract, and cinnamon and nutmeg. And then once you dip your bread in and put it on your griddle or your pan, I only do this for mine and not Bear's, but like you can put brown sugar on the eggy side and then flip it, and then you have a super sweet French toast. So kind of a recipe I've been working on. And then like there's this one YouTuber I watched that said they put brown sugar on their French toast. So I was trying that. That's where I got the idea from. And then my friend said they use heavy whipping cream in their French toast batter. So I'm like, I gotta try that. It is good. I don't save the eggs afterwards. I think it tastes weird with the heavy whipping cream when I do use it. So I need to rethread this. And we still gotta fill. It may not look like a lot, but on my side, these are huge holes. Like, obviously they're huge holes, but I got a lot of lines to go up in. All right, let's thread. Hope y'all liking the content. I've really been trying to post more in here. More weekly videos. All right, right, we on? Flip the switch. Here we are. I honestly can't tell if this is filled in. Okay, yeah, that's filled in. On my side, what I was saying, the yarn expands. On my side, it looks like I still need to go here, but this looks pretty good from this side. See, those are the extra strands. We can kind of knock off. I'll have to take a scissors. Yeah, I'm doing this all single strand. We're gonna get the square done. Y'all want to hear it go faster? This is the slowest setting, but here, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. You kind of hear the difference. Turn it up a little more. But I'm comfortable with it being slow, so I'm gonna turn it back down. That was about maybe a quarter of the way up. Slow and steady wins the race. Really like to take my time with the crafts, I do. Make sure it looks full. Oh guys, when I show you the back, it looks really clean. We just have this square to go. I'm gonna finish this really quick. All right, let's. About to run low. Oh, I jinxed it. We're so close to this box being filled in, but I need to unravel more string again. Then we'll put this color up. Maybe I'll use it for this bottom one, but I'm gonna have to readjust my fabric. About to rethread. 1 sec. Here we go. So close, so I'm not like unraveling a whole lot and it keeps unthreading. So I don't want to have to rewind it once I'm done with this color. Alright, threading one more time. Last time, best time, guys. Alright, here we go, for reals. it to win it. Let's go, let's go. Almost there. Goodness, guys. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I'm trying so hard. It keeps unraveling. Okay, I'll just unravel a butt ton. I literally have not even a square foot to go. So eager to switch colors. I want you guys to see the orange. All right. All right, we are done. We are done with this color, so check it out. That's what it looks like, all filled in. I gotta hold the back of the phone here. We just filled in our square. Ta-da! Then I'm gonna shape it and obviously cut the front so it'll look like a flower. But look how clean. You can't really see. Can I flip the camera? Here we go. This is how clean I got my lines. Every time I restarted to go up, that was like a new strand. But look how long this one is. I could save this, do something with this. How clean these lines were going up. Crispy. All right, we're gonna, which square should we do next? See which one. See, this is just not a very good frame, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. Because when it gets heavy and full of yarn, then it wants to kind of dip a little bit. I think we'll go here. This looks good. So let me cut this up. My machine is turned off. Don't mind the laundry. I'm going to get to that, I promise. All right, we're going to cut this yarn. I'm very surprised Bear is still asleep. But the goal today, finish all of the squares so I can just glue them and have them dry. Might not be in this video because this is already like almost an hour. But we're going to finish these. But yeah, what I was saying about YouTube, I'm really trying to post weekly on here, post a couple videos in the week. But if you guys have suggestions, let me know. I'm not trying to include Bear as much, but he loves the camera. Like when we do Zooms and we're doing our yoga and fitness classes from home, you know, when I have like a 6 a.m. client, I have like most of the lights on in the house. So he may see the light and wake up during class and he'll join. But I'm not trying to post him like that on here. So I'm trying to figure out video ideas. That's just been the challenging thing because he's with me all day and I love that, but like I don't want him online like that, you know. So sometimes you'll see him, other times it's confidential. Every time I think I'm done, I'm like, oh, wait, I could do that part. Oh, wait, I could do that part. Trimmed it down pretty good. This is what it looks like, all those extra yarns. So this will be easier when I just lay, what is this called? The paddle down, whatever the utensil is. I can't remember the name. When I start to glue it, I glue the backing down. So we're gonna wind the yarn up. I'm going to switch to this really pretty orange. I'm going to show y'all. Over here. Over my laundry pile. Okay, which one? I want to say it's this one. I literally sold all of my coasters, and I forgot to write the colors down, so I'm like pretty sure it was this one. Ginger. This is the only orange, and I had like a bunch of browns I got. Let me match this really quick. I'm like trying to compare it. How does this look? This to this. I'm gonna do this bottom one. So we'll just freestyle this one. We have to find the end. This is another one. You're supposed to pull them from the inside and not from the outside. So this one I actually was able to find the middle yarn. It's supposed to pull a lot easier. I think this is, we're using ginger. This was the yarn that looked nice with the pink and nice with the blue. And I already have my green. I think it was a moss green. I don't remember the name of it exactly. But we're gonna load this up. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna do this middle one. Name that down. Yo, this is so ghetto. I have a sandbag trying to hold this frame. This is a mess. This is a mess, y'all. Okie doke. Goes the square. What is going on with this yarn? Not coming out. Pulling more yarn because it's getting a little sparse. Isaiah, if you're still there, you know what I think about when you came to our 2-year anniversary at the studio? That really made me smile. And it was cool to see you on the live today. I like to think about happy memories. That really made me smile. So I just want you to know I appreciate you. cut across here. Oh, the comment went away. I was trying to read it. Pull some more. This one's going pretty quick too. I did a lot of talking the last one. There's some fuzzies in the way. We are pounding through it, y'all. Pound monk's claw. Get through, or is it pretty stuck? All right. Seems like that's where those meet. All right. Just this corner. We gotta get this bottom. I'm like focused. I am sweating. Why am I so hot all of a sudden? Just keep pulling, just keep pulling. Trying to skip. Almost there, y'all. Okie doke. From what I see, my side looks pretty good. What y'all think? Okay. This looks nice and full to me. Okay, and another learning thing. I spaced them because I said the yarn expands, so I got enough space. Thank you. Our next color, let's do green over here. So we literally just did 2 squares. 3 more to go. Because I'm still in my pajamas. All right, let's put this one up. Ginger is the color I was using. I can feel my throat trying to get dry again. Where did I put? If you guys have suggestions on how to store them, because once I do save up to get a yarn winder, you won't need this casing anymore, so it doesn't unravel, I suppose. But I don't know how to sort, so I know what color and like what store, because that was my issue I ran into. That certain, like Craft Smart is at Michael's, and then the big one or whatever the brand was is at Joann. So if you have a storage suggestion, that would really help. This is the green we're gonna use. This green is called Sage. Sage. Let's see if we have a middle pulled or if we're just winging it. Looks like we're winging it around. This one was a bugger because it gets tangled. I actually don't have plans today. I want to finish this. That's the goal. What time is it? I have no clock over. Oh, it's already 6. Okay. So we probably have a good 40 minutes before Bear wakes up. Maybe. Yeah, every time I pull from the middle, this weird thing just unravels. So this is gonna, this one probably will take my longest to do. So let's just try to get a lot of yarn pulled out before we get a knot. Because that's my issue. I hate the knots. I need to take a sip of some coffee or something on my throat. Well, today I'm going to probably take the Christmas stuff down. I always leave the Christmas stuff up December 1st through December 31st. So, if we stay at home today, we'll clear out the living room space. So we got a little bit more room. And Bear, he likes the tree because it's got fake snow on it. So, that's his jam. Yesterday, though, when I got all of those bundles of white yarn, immediately I went and did all of these flowers because I'm like, I'm not messing around. I'm trying to get this done, y'all. I hate sitting on projects. And tufting goes so quick. It's like my quickest project I can do. Yeah, I can make stickers. They're super easy on the Cricut, but it's the design process of it. I guess the design process in any of these state or crafts I'm doing do take a long portion. See, now we're running into another yarn ball or nut. So I don't want to have to deal with this knot once I get to this point in the yarn, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this is a knot. If you have suggestions though, I've been doing like more lives. I really want to hit 1,000 followers on my TikTok so I can do lives on there. Because I've been posting as frequently as I can, and I'm actually around like 300. And that was, I just started last January or somewhere around, maybe even December. Really trying to be more consistent on that account. Because like once you hit 1,000 followers, then you can go live. And that's like the threshold TikTok has. All my other platforms I can go live, but I like going live on my YouTube anyway. So y'all can see like, you know, the behind the scenes. But like with TikTok, your live video could be recommended to anybody. And I don't know how to change my feed. Because I'm still, I guess you could say, new on TikTok because it's only been a year me trying to post on there. There's an airplane outside. I see a lot of weird random lives of people sleeping, give 14 roses and I'll wake up or something like that. It's just somebody is just live sleeping. Like, I want it to be engaging. My lives to be engaging, and maybe a Q&A or something. But I just need to hit that threshold. So I'm gonna keep trying to post. But my TikTok is just my name, Ashlee Talk. If you guys wanna follow, I do have I do have a video idea planned. All right, so let's do this top square. I'm gonna thread it. I think I've got enough, or not enough, but probably a good portion I can get started with. Here we go. Let's tighten this since we're in this corner best we can. That was not straight, and I'm mad. Literally, when I'm in the corner, I gotta grip this so tight. Pull some yarn over, let's take it across. Take it up. Oh, there goes the yarn. All of that pulling, I kid you, got me that far. It looks full, but it really not. Once you pull it back, oh, you can't even see that. Once you pull it back, it's really not that full. That was so much I pulled out. It ain't even funny. Look at this now. I think he's awake. Good morning. Okay. Barry's awake. Your blanket. Okay. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.